Hello, welcome to my Christmas bot episode. I said a few days ago I normally don't play the bots, and that is true. However, I noticed all 5 of chess.com's Christmas bots were available, so I played them. I'm going to run through the games really quick. I beat the 3 lower rated ones and lost to the 2 higher rated ones. Spoiler alert. This first one is called Powder, the Powder bot, rated 800. In this game, I had 0 mistakes, 0 inaccuracies, and 0 blunders. So I'm pretty proud of that. But usually when you have a really high accuracy at my level, it means that because the opponent made early mistakes. And that's the case here. I tried to Scandinavian. We did book moves for a couple of plays. It says this wasn't the best move. That's why there's just a pale green check mark. I should have blocked with the bishop, is what the computer's saying. But here's where the bot makes its first blunder. Yeah. Most of these bots, especially the lower rated ones, and this is why I don't recommend playing them, make a blunder in the first few moves. So they just gave me a bishop right off the bat. And from here on out, I'm already, if you can see the evaluation bar here on the side of the screen, black already has a significant advantage, and the bot continues to throw in a mistake or a blunder every 4 or 5 moves. So here, as long as you play solidly and don't do anything really crazy, that was a fork, by the way, of the queen and rook, which is why it was a mistake for the bot to have put the pieces where it did. So I get one of them. And then it doesn't, I say check as an intermediate move and then give away the bishop for the knight. And now I'm up by minus 21. So at this point, it's just cleanup. It took a little longer than it should have, but I still had pieces undeveloped, as you can see. Down here, I have my bishop and my rook trapped, so I move my bishop out. I castle to get the rook out, and then I can finally take care of business. The problem here is that I had, according to the computer, mate in 8. Well, I'm not at the level where I can see checkmate in 8, but I can see check. So it says that by me doing this, that I no longer have a forced mate at this point. I think, though, I have a significant enough material advantage that I can get there. Now I have mate in 6, but again, I didn't see it. And mate in 3 now. I have mate in 3, but the game lasted like 6 more moves because I didn't know the exact mating pattern here. So that's checkmate. All right, let me copy the link for the next game. Take just a second, and we will paste that in here. Okay, this is the game against the Eve bot. I think Eve is one of the elves. In this game, I also had 0 mistakes, 0 blunders, and 0 inaccuracies. The really impressive thing about this one is the computer says we went through 7 book moves before going off book. Again, played the Scandinavian. And here someplace it transposes from the Scandinavian into the Caro-Kann Panov attack. I believe somewhere here, because of this c-pawn, this is after an exchange Caro-Kann, and white plays this c-pawn. So now we're no longer in the Scandinavian. But I didn't know that at the time, and I obviously didn't know that we were still deep in book. And let's see. That's a book move, and that's our last book move. Okay? And the computer rates us relatively even at this point. This bot is rated 1,000 and has not blundered yet, unlike that first one. But there's an inaccuracy, which sends the rating eval bar a little bit my way. And then there's a blunder. So move 11 and 12 is where this bot began to mess up. And here, one of the reasons for the mistakes is it allows me to put my pawn there and chase this queen away. And the computer or the bot follows with a further blunder of allowing me to take the queen. So after this point, it's pretty quick. The king castles right into my coming attack and makes another mistake. And then there's not much that the bot can do at that point. So checkmate in 18 moves. Pretty proud of that. Let's go quickly to the third bot, the last one that I beat, which is rated 1200. This is the Santa bot, which, now this game I also had 0 blunders and 0 mistakes, but I did have 1 inaccuracy, it says. So we'll get there. Now this Santa bot started with D4, which is a departure from the first 2. And I still am very not good at responding to D4. It says that's a book move, but honestly, I didn't know what to do. It says that wasn't very good, but then, of course, move 4, the bot makes a mistake, makes a further inaccuracy, so all of a sudden, evaluation starts going my way. Then a blunder on move 6, allowing me to take a pretty easy advantage here. And again, got the queen trapped there in the corner. So just clicking through a few more moves here. There's no clocks. That's one thing that's different between chess.com and Lichess. On Lichess, when you play against the various bots, you're still playing on the clock with whichever time control that you choose. Whereas with chess.com's bots, there's no clock. But I tried to play them as if it was a rapid game, 10 minutes or less. I lost my rook, but I, here in a second, I get the rook back right there. And frustrated that I can't get my A8 rook out because of where the H8 rook is. But I'm coming for it. And I did some cleanup. And here I get the other rook out. So, yeah. Now it was a simple matter of cleanup. And here again, I think I made it a little bit more slowly than I had to. But I was pretty sure that I had what I needed. Now, the final 2 Christmas bots are Dash, which is a reindeer, and Holly, which I think, according to the picture, looks like possibly Mrs. Claus. Not entirely certain. Also, I noticed that on those 3 weaker bots, I got to play with the black pieces, but on the 2 stronger ones, I got to play with the white pieces. So, I don't know if that was intentional to give me a better chance. Here, I tried the London against Dash, but black responds with a fairly good anti-London system. At this point, we're relatively even. The bot makes a mistake on move 5. And so now I have the advantage. Of course, I don't know this at the time. According to the computer, I have the advantage all the way through, I'll tell you when to point it out. Of course, I make some mistakes here. The bot blunders on move 16, giving me a 6-point advantage. But then, right about here, the advantage drops to 1.9. And right here, the advantage drops to 1.1. Oh, I got a great move, it says. But then the mistake, and from here, I never have the advantage again. The bot continues to make some mistakes, trying to give me back the advantage. But I just did poorly here and ran out of places to go and let that other pawn get away from me. I should have known right here that if I moved the king forward, that's frustrating. I've done these in puzzles that I need to use my pawns to get rid of these so that my king can take this one. But as soon as I went forward, this pawn, I can't catch it anymore. And so, I might have had a chance at that point, but yeah, I can't catch that pawn. So now it's just a matter of staying out of checkmate as long as possible, which the bot, I don't think, made it as fast as it could have, but it eventually got there. And, so Dash the reindeer beat me. And that one was rated 1600. I don't think I have ever beaten a bot rated 1600 or higher. And for our final game, this is the Holly bot, which is rated 2000. And in this one, I did have a couple of blunders, and I never got a significant advantage. Here I tried the Queen's Gambit, which Black played as a Queen's Gambit declined, and here we're in book moves up through move 6, up to there. And according to the computer rating, I have a slight advantage at this point, very slight. Like, it's just about equality. But I make an inaccuracy and follow with a less than ideal move, even though it's not a mistake or an inaccuracy. It says it's good, the pale green check mark, which lost me some rating points, and then I make another mistake. And continue to, okay, this one the bot makes its first mistake on move 14. Oh my goodness, that one I'm ashamed of. Right here, like, that should be obvious to a beginner that this pawn will be pinned by the queen once the bishop moves. Why didn't I see that? But I didn't, so, the bot saw it. So I have to go into damage control mode here. And I got mated on the move 20. So that's how well I did against the Holly bot. Maybe next time I'll do a little better. But anyway, that's my 5 games against the 5 Christmas bots or holiday bots on chess.com. Thank you for watching, and hopefully you'll have better luck with the bots than I did.